Hey everybody, this is Doomhammer here with the 32-team franchise update. We are now in week 5, so 4 games, 4 weeks completed. Let's go ahead and see some of the weekly recaps of some of the week 4 games. So getting into it, we have our very first game once it loads is the Jaguars taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Jameis Winston has been doing excellent in his starts here as the quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. He comes away with a win. They move on to 4-0. The Jaguars are 2-2. There you see them celebrating. Then you got the Chargers taking on the Giants. They're 2-1 versus 1-2. Eli Manning is in his first season as the Giants quarterback, trying to make his stamp on this league as he's concluding his career, and he just trounces Aaron Rodgers. So big game there for the New York Giants. We'll see if they're able to compete in what is a very competitive NFC East. Then you got two 2-1 teams. You got Kirk Cousins' Colts, and you've got Andrew Luck's St. Louis Rams. And there you can see the beautiful run there by Johnson. The Colts come away with the victory over the Rams. So that's the weekly recap. Personally, I wish they would show every single game, but they unfortunately do not. But let's take a look at the breakdown here in the AFC first. Then we'll talk about the NFC. So as you can see, we've got the Miami Dolphins, who are the number 1 seed with a 4-0. They are the only team in the AFC that is undefeated. They won the Super Bowl last year. It was very commanding. They were one of the most dominant teams in the league with Cam Newton and Calvin Johnson Jr. You've got the Las Vegas Raiders. The Oakland Raiders technically haven't changed their LV to an OAK, but you know who we're talking about. And so they are 3-1 right now. Tied with them is the Colts, 3-1. Let's see, anyone else 3-1? Nope. And then you've got the AFC North, which is every team is 2-2. So a very competitive division there. We'll see if they're able to come away with a real clear front runner in that division. But right now it's the Ravens for right now. Then you've got the AFC South, where you got the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans right behind the Colts. And then Tennessee is abysmal at 0-4. Chargers and Chiefs taking up the 6th and 7th seed so far. But again, so many 2-2 teams, so much more season to be decided. But you've got the Tom Brady Patriots and the Alex Smith Jets, 1-3. They're one of the worst in the league. That's really difficult for them. We might see a trade. I don't know if Alex Smith or Tom Brady could be on the trade block. We'll have to find that out. And then, of course, the Denver Broncos, also 1-3. So now we're going to find an NFC team here. So we're going to look at the NFC standings. And so we've got ourselves the San Francisco 49ers, 4-0, as you saw in the highlights. Jameis Winston has been doing great. In that division, you've got the Seahawks with 3-1, Rams 2-2, and the former champions of the Super Bowl 2 seasons ago are 0-4. So they are winless so far in this season. We'll see if they're able to change that. Behind the 49ers are the Dallas Cowboys, who were recently 3-0, but lost to the Green Bay Packers. They're tied with the Washington Commanders. So that's a surprise there. And then the Eagles and the Giants are 2-2. Eagles have a better chance of bouncing back this season than the Giants. However, if Eli Manning pulls off a miraculous season with the Giants, we could see some surprises there. And then both the North and South appear to have a similar division structure. You got 3 teams at 2-2 and 1 team at 1-3. Peyton Manning is an Atlanta Falcon, and he is 1 game behind his division, trying to be competitive. They do have Jimmy Garoppolo, who has a higher overall and has sat behind Manning for the season or the last season. So I might have to make a decision. Do I trade Peyton Manning? Do I bench Peyton Manning if the season doesn't go the Falcons' way? Then we look at Chicago. They've got Josh Freeman, and he is 1-3 right now. Then there's RG3 with the Vikings. Packers are 2-2 with Brock Osweiler, but I don't think it's because of Brock Osweiler. Then when we look at some of our league leaders here. I'm actually going to go to the stats instead of doing the sidebar thing. So if we look at the top passers, we got McNabb, the old man. 1, we got Ryan, Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning are all top 5. Then you got Colt McCoy, Alex Smith, Newton, Gabbert, and Bradford rounding up the top 10. And it jumps a little bit. When we look at touchdown leaders real quick, it's McNabb, Newton, Ryan, Rodgers, Carr, and then tied for third there is Stafford, who has no interceptions, by the way. Newton has 1. Now, Derek Anderson with Baltimore is 5-9. We could see them try to make a trade as well, because they might decide they want to replace Anderson with a more reliable quarterback moving forward, since the AFC North is wide open. So is someone like Peyton Manning, could he land there in Baltimore? Could they make a trade for somebody else? We don't know. We look at rushing leaders. We got Best, Chris Johnson, Pryor, McCoy, and Lynch. So we got Terrell Pryor in the top 10, or top 5, top 3 actually. So a quarterback is just doing fantastic there for Cleveland in the rushing game. Then you got Peterson, Richardson, Spiller, Matthews, Murray, and then Vick. You know, Chris Johnson already has 12 rushing touchdowns, and it's only week 4. I mean, that's freaking insane. I didn't even realize that was that good. How is that broken down? So it was 2, 4, 3, and 3. So Chris Johnson, I mean, that could be MVP kind of season for him if he keeps that up. And if the Colts keep winning. Then it drops to 5 for the remaining top 5 with Martin, McFadden, Ingram, and Yeldon. You got McCoy, Peterson, Richardson, Spiller, and Gurley, the rookie, with 4 fumbles. Anyone in double digits? Oh, okay. Michael Vick, Stewart, Kaepernick, Matt Ryan, and Goodson. Receiving, we've got Odell Beckham Jr., the sophomore, Josh Gordon, Calvin Johnson, Greg Olsen, Emmanuel Sanders, top 5. Then you got Brown, Hardy, Mike Wallace, Percy Harvin, and Jordan Reed. So 2 tight ends. Excuse me, I'm recording this real late. And so really a surprise there was James Hardy, but he's had a good career in my franchise. But if you don't know who he is, that's okay. Look him up. But the only one up here is Olsen without a touchdown. We look at touchdown leaders. It's Calvin Johnson, Demaryius Thomas, Torrey Smith. Then a bunch of people with 3. Even rookie Dorsett. Blocking, we're not going to do anything that. Sack leaders, we got Von Miller, Atacho, Barkevius Mingo, who was a former Rookie of the Year. He's a future starter as opposed to a starter. Lawrence Timmons and Everett Brown, all with 4 sacks. Interception leaders, we got several with 3. Earl Thomas, McManus, Barry, Tavon Wilson, and Cromartie. And I don't think there's anything else that's relevant here. I mean, I guess if we wanted to see tackle leaders. Matthew, Wagner, Mays, Southward, and Daniel Manning. So I don't have I guess fumbles maybe. Let's go see fumbles. So Everett Brown, Landry, Von Miller, and then nothing substantial there. No blocks I'm looking at. Safeties, touchdowns. I thought we've had some. So Southward, McDougal, Sharmarko Thomas, and Tim Jennings. Now, if we go to kick returns, we've had a couple touchdowns here. Actually, several. Look at that. So Dree Archer had 2 kick return touchdowns in the same game. Then we had A.J. Jenkins, John Brown, Nelson, Kevin White, and Asher Allen. Punt returns, we had 1, and that was Sammy Watkins. So big play there by the sophomore receiver for the New Orleans Saints. Big playability right there with Watkins. So here are some of the players of the week the past few weeks. I'm just going to go through this fairly quick. I mean, you take a look at it if you want to look deeper. All right. So we have a good week coming up. This is the first week with bye weeks. But yeah, I hope you liked this video and this quick update, trying to keep it concise. So about a 10-minute video. So look back at older videos if you want to learn more about the history of this alternate reality of the 32-team franchise. Yes, I play every game. Thanks for watching.